So we just recently watched Spermageddon, a Norwegian anime film that presents a musical. This is from the same director who gave us such weird films like Death Note 1, Death Note 2, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. I'm not sure if you've seen that. Because she has seen it. And it was a movie that I remember talking to her about it, and she was just like, I'm in. And I was like, okay. So I didn't really know too much going into it, other than I've seen some people talk about the film, especially Saber Spark, who has talked about it. And we watched it because we needed to watch something like a little bit uplifting because we've been watching a lot of sad stuff. And so I was like, fuck it, let's watch this movie. So, what did you think?
Hilarious.
It did feel like it was tailor made for her because she loves puns.
I do. I love a good pun.
There's two things that she loves: puns and adult jokes. So, or sexual jokes. So I just feel like it was like it literally felt like she wrote the movie because I felt like she I haven't seen her laugh this much over a movie like ever. We have seen like so many comedy films. We have seen Hot Fuzz, which is one of my favorite comedy films. We have seen Superman, which is I laughed so much at that movie. We've even just recently watched Christmas Chronicles.
It was cute.
It was cute, but it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean that's not like a favorite, but just using that example. But and we'll get a little bit too into spoilers because like essentially the movie's like in two stories. One is from the sperm's perspective, where one of the main characters looks like Carl Weezer for some reason, and it like felt like it was kind of cute in a way, just because it's kind of like almost like a coming of age story, but it's like from a sperm. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of like sperm puns in the movie, and for me personally, I don't like puns.
Oh.
But
crushes me.
But I think 75 to 85% of them I actually did find them funny. There's a lot of the puns in the movie, like it's just like so abrasive and just so unhinged that I did find it very funny. Although I did feel like there should have been like more sperm puns because I feel like I kept thinking of like other sperm puns while watching the movie. Like I brought up this word like sporadic. I feel like they could use spermatic or something like that.
But I think they were trying to keep it as
zany,
like correct terms as possible with a funny little twist on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like the main guy's name was Simon, but it was pronounced Seaman.
And then the girl's like instead of named Carmilla, it's Camilla.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And it's like it has like a cute thing going on between those two, while also make it a musical, which I don't know about you, but I actually like the songs. I actually did find them very catchy. All the songs in the movie were very catchy, and I was generally surprised because I feel like they're a lot catchier than like a lot of Disney movies I've seen. A lot of musical.
I wouldn't go that far, but for the type of film it was, like the songs were actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
And like well written.
And the themes.
And performed.
Yeah, and like it has like the catchy musical moments, like that's very Disney feel, but it feels very fitting. And of course, there's the theme song of Spermageddon, which just has like a little bit of a rock that.
It was like rock opera.
Yes, that feels like similar to like, Pink Floyd's The Wall with the, Education song. It had like a similar tone or rhythm as that at some points, which it didn't bother me. I actually really liked it. While also having the villain of the film just basically being like a Chad version of Iron Man who just wants to cheat and just get through the system, which I feel like most of the movie in terms of like how that story's played out felt very accurate in terms of like the health sides of things or the sexual health side of things. I feel like for the most part it's pretty accurate. There is like the one part that does involve the ass that the movie does make acknowledgement that that's not actually how it works. like you can't get pregnant from the butt, essentially.
Yeah. No babies from anal.
No babies from that one. And I did feel like and when it's not, and I would say like, but I will say the funniest jokes of the movie are when it does not do puns, because there's like a scene that involves like a corn that I think is the funniest joke out of the whole movie, just because of how morbidly dark it was, but it's just from a very simple thing that like humans eat that is just so funny to me, and just didn't really think like, oh yeah, let's just combine this and just corn and put them together and just see how it works, and it's just absolutely madness. And then when we get to like the second storyline that involves like the kids in the film that are just exploring
I
themselves.
wouldn't say kids. They're like
Teenagers.
older high schoolers, yeah.
Yeah. Because there was one point she's like just graduated.
Or getting close to graduating.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I didn't mind the stat storyline, but it does feel. It felt. I mean, really, it felt a little bit goofier than the sperm storyline.
It did. Like the main guy was just weird and like had the worst luck ever. Like
Yeah.
They made the main girl seem so like calm, cool, and collective, yet she was doing some questionable, sketchy things.
It's very abrasive in a way. And it just felt like it was a bit more slapstick than I thought, which is interesting because it felt like the sperm storyline felt like a lot more more genuine, more grounded, weirdly enough, and the kids was like more slapsticky, more little goofy, like hoo kind of zaniness, which I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't hate it, but I just thought but I do feel like I do kind of wish there was a little bit more development on the kids. It's just kind of like, hey, we like nerd stuff. We should totally be together.
Yeah.
That's it.
Totally need to bang because we have similarities.
Yeah, although it does have some like interesting. I mean, it does have some interesting elements and some themes into it in terms of just like, being not don't go into like too fast just because you just like want to do this or something like that.
I think the weirdest characters though were the parents at the very beginning.
They were so hip and cool with it.
They were so odd and like I don't know.
More so the father.
Yeah.
Like, and then like they brought like the term like woke and something like that. It's like, hey, we're so hip, we're so woke.
We're woke. I'm like, what the?
And like the father gave him like a condom, which that's normal stuff. That's like I've seen that in like American Pie, essentially. But this one just like takes it to another level, and then the father just like yeah, I just got arrested. It made sad.
Yeah, I was in jail for 2 months.
I was like, okay, that's just felt out of nowhere, but all right.
Yeah.
And I do like it. It does feel like a sperm version of Inside Out, especially with the brains controlling the system.
Kind of.
That was kind of funny. I kind of like that because it almost does feel like it's like a little bit like a satire or parody of like Disney movies. And I actually really like that, but it doesn't really feel like it's like copying it. It just felt like it's just still doing its thing, while still making like the puns just crazy out of this world and unhinged as hell. But like I said, I do wish there was just a little bit more character development on the high schoolers. Just felt like they're just kind of just there.
That's not really what the story was about.
No, I know, but I just I feel like. I don't know. I mean, but like I said, it's not quite as fully fleshed out as the sperm, which I feel like they're a lot more interesting characters than the human characters. But like sperms have more soul than the human characters in this movie, which is so odd to say.
Humans are just stupid figures and.
And of course, with the movie being very mature, there's a lot of moments that does get very grisly, to say at least. Like there's some points that I was like, holy shit, like you see these burns die in like horrific ways.
Yeah.
Some of them I was like very shocked in terms of like seeing like blood come out of them. And then there's just there's just some parts a lot of parts in the movie that does show like the liquid stuff coming out of the sperms, and a lot of people. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people won't find that gross, but for me personally, it's just I don't want to say that, but it's not a detriment towards the movie. That's just a me thing. I just don't like seeing it. It's
It
just
wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
If you can
for
get through the first 10 minutes, you'll be fine. Because
it's just so gross.
basically, it's like, hey, this is the life of a sperm and things that you might experience, whether it be on a back or in a towel in a side.
Oh yes, that part.
But it showed the graphic of like them dying and not making it to their destination. So,
yeah, and that was more so like 2D animated, correct? If I remember, it was like from the lecture.
Some of it was, yeah.
Which that's fine. I didn't mind that, but the 3D stuff
but
or the
it's still,
CGI.
I mean, it went with the end too.
Yes.
With the more liquidy graphic stuff.
Which just I don't know. I just find that just so disgusting. Like this is probably like the most disgusting animated film I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I've seen some like pretty messed up, fucked up animated films I've seen, but this one's just gross as shit. And it's not like trying to be like, oh, shock value, trying to make you feel gross. It's just like, it's part of the story, so it kind of like progresses. I get it. It has a purpose. I just find it gross. It's so gross. Like literally, there's just some points while I was watching a movie, I just like looked at my girlfriend. I'm just like, ooh. And she's just laughing her ass up. Not only like the movie, but just my pain and suffering, which just brings her like double the joy, double the entertainment, double the funny stuff.
Was it worse when they were showing like the graphics of the sperm dying, or after the bee stings? When they showed.
Yes, when there was a part in the movie where the kid or the high schooler were having sex outside. They were like a bunch of sexual freaks, well, let me tell you, and and then like the beehive got into like the kid's dick because they were having sex with a tree, and they were just like
not with a tree, next to a tree.
Next to a tree, and it's just like again Tom and Jerry slapstick goofy shtick going on, and that you see like the result of it, and I think it's on the same level in my personal opinion.
Really?
I think the imagery of it is just as horrifying to look at as the liquid gel things going on from the sperm. I find those two to be absolutely horrific. And with this being an anime film, it's not bad, but you could definitely tell it's extremely low budgeted. Like it felt like a movie that came out like in the 2000s. It doesn't look ugly per se. It doesn't really look like, I don't know,
I think it looks
horrifying. And consider like for the material that it is, and like the extremely low budget, I think it was fine enough where it just looks okay. Like it just kind of, it gets me like Jimmy Neutron vibes in terms of the look of the, and I'm not saying that because of Carl Weezer. I just think it has a similar animation style in some way of the sense of cheapness of it. I
was surprised at how much English there was in it.
Yes, there are some points in the movie where they do speak English, knowing the fact that they're speaking, most of the movie is just Norwegian or something like that, and I was just very surprised of what I was watching. And there's like there's like some good messaging going on in terms of like, you don't have to like be sex unless you feel ready, and if you do, you gotta use protection, at least like give an understanding of exploring your own self, and that if you don't explore very well, or at least like use protection very well, it will show the repercussions of what it can do, and it's just interesting how that gets explored, considered with this movie being less than an hour and a half, which honestly I think it could have been a little longer. Just felt like things went like really fast for me. It just kind of just like go, and I'm like, you could have just like make it a little longer.
I mean, it was fast paced through the whole thing.
It was, the whole movie was so fast.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have slow. I mean, I'm not saying it's too fast. But I'm like, because
You wanted more, don't lie.
I do want more, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, there's some things I feel like could have been more fleshed out. No pun intended. But but I do feel like there's some good stuff in the movie that does keep me entertained enough in terms of what I was getting myself into, even though it was like one of the wackiest and weirdest movies we have ever seen. We've seen a lot of like weird films that I don't I didn't love it like you did, just because I feel like there's some stuff that could have been fleshed out more. I feel that some of the puns can get a little much, where I'm like, oh my god, like the absurdity of the puns, the insurmountable, or just the abundance of semen puns. It's asking a lot. It's asking a lot. But I think it's a good time. Like, it does feel like it does have a nice message for people who are just inexperienced sex wise. I think that's like it's almost like an interesting sex ed kind of like kind of ordeal. While still making it like wacky enough for like adults to be like, haha, that's that's fun. While also bringing us like some. What's up?
Haha, I get that one.
Exactly. While also bringing like some colorful characters. I do like the I do like the characters in the sperm storyline way more so than the high schoolers. They're just kind of just like, they're fine.
Yeah, well, it's called Spermageddon.
Yes.
It's about the sperm.
Yes. And I think it does give me like enough what I want out of this. I mean, I don't know what to expect for the movie, but certainly wasn't that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, what would you give the movie? Your final thoughts?
I'd probably give it a 7.
Really?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna give it like a higher score, considering how much of a great time.
It was funny, but I don't know if I would watch it again unless I wanted like a good laugh.
It does feel like one of those movies you'd be like, hey, buddy, have you seen this movie Spermageddon? Yeah. You haven't? Grab some alcohol.
Absolutely, let's party.
It felt like a party movie.
Yeah, the off-brand sausage party.
Yes, and there was some stuff in this movie that we didn't really know about in terms of like the gel-like substance. That was new. I never heard of that, and apparently it's like an actual thing. But I'm gonna assume it's a lot more common in different countries than United States. Yeah. Essentially. But for me personally, despite my grievance with the movie, for some reason I thought you were gonna give it like a 9 or 10, because I also give it a 7 as well. I do like the movie overall. I do think that the sperm storyline was like just very engaging and very like very interesting, very funny. Even though I feel like there are times I just thought like when the humor doesn't work, it really doesn't work, and I'm just like, oh my god. But when it does work, it really works, and I'm just like, wow. Whether it be like stuff going on with the villain or the detective story, where we haven't got to that, because like, and that one's just its own thing, and this like perhaps kind of romance thing going on, or best friends between a male sperm and a female sperm, that by the end of it didn't really matter.
Nope.
It's almost like a Romeo and Juliet situation.
Yep.
It's kind of sad. Because I actually did really care about those characters. I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. Even though they did went to like this destination, now I think about it, there is like, I mean, besides the fact, yes, the jokes and the profanity does spew like sausage party-esque vibes, but the amount of religion symbolism in the movie is just insane.
Yeah.
There is a lot of like religion subtext in this movie that I was not expecting while watching the movie, and I do appreciate that. It kind of gives like a little spin on things, and kind of like Such a Party, because that one also has like a religious subtext to it as well. I don't know if it's a similar level as this one, but I definitely feel like this one was like maybe subtle. I don't know, but yeah, I enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's an experience to see. Don't expect a masterpiece out of this movie, but then again, if you were expecting a masterpiece out of this movie, I don't know what to tell you, but it will be probably the best in a way, the worst movie that involves singing sperms, because
Yes.
there's no other movie I can think of at all that's just about sperms, and I've seen and I I don't know, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
But I do recommend seeing Sperm again when you can. Yes.
Yes. I think everybody should watch it.
It's a but I will say
Stay on the
that
watch list.
but it's not for the faint-hearted.
No,
If you don't have like stomach, I do at some points.
you can't be stuck up either. It's just for fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie that's not meant to be taken serious at all. It's meant to be grounded in some areas, but don't expect the movie to be like deep.
No.
But then again, why would you? But that's okay. It's just it's a fun, dumb.
He wasn't either.
What?
He wasn't either.
Who? Who?
The teenager.
Oh, he wasn't having fun?
He wasn't deep.
Oh. Yes, there was a joke that did involve his penis being small. And that was pretty wild. And I'm surprised he actually was cool with that.
He wasn't paying any attention.
Oh, that too. He wasn't paying attention. He has the same hearing vision aid as me.
It was so funny though.
It was very funny. There was a lot of things that they explored that themselves in one night. That was like, I mean, hey, all's fair game, you know?
Good for them.
Good for them. Crazy. And she's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, okay. And he's like, just you do you, boo boo.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the final act was wild. And I would say, just get to the end of the review. There's a song in the movie that beats BoJack Horseman as the craziest song that has this serious subject matter ever, I would say.
Yes.
And I do you think it was like, how do I explain? Nuance or like mature hands, or do you
I think it was done appropriately.
You don't think it's done appropriately?
Yes. In a comic way, make light of the subject, but so that, like it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I do agree. But it was pretty unhinged.
Yeah.
To say the least.
But it was sung great, though.
Yeah, and the song was good too.
Mm-hmm. A good voice.
All the songs are good. Even how crazy and outrageous they are catchy as hell.
Yes, they are.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed this review. Give it a like, give it a follow if you have seen the video, what you think of the movie, and comment down and let me know. And just want to say, take care.